Zone Ads, World of Local Business Info.
I'm Shanti Swarna from my Institute of Speech and Hearing. The topic for my presentation is adverse effect of extended high frequency impairment on digital noise perception. As we all are aware that a healthy human auditory system can detect tones up to 20 kHz, but when it comes to a pure tone audiometry, we do testing frequency ranging from 250 Hz to the 8000 Hz. When there is hearing impairment at more than 8 kHz, then we'll call it as a hidden hearing loss or extended high frequency hearing loss. It cannot be detected using a conventional audiogram. Even the hearing loss, if it is within the speech banana, it still may, the person may get communication difficulties, especially in presence of the background noise. The present study is aimed at comparing the adverse effects of extended high frequency hearing loss on digital noise perception between the young adults and early adulthood. A total of 30 participants were included in the study and they were categorized into the two groups based on their age. Group 1 is of 18 to 25 years and none of the participants were having any comorbid issues or reduced hearing sensitivity. Whereas in group 2, 26 to 35 years, and few of the participants were reported difficulty in speech perception, especially in the presence of background noise. So we have done an extended high frequency audiometry on these 30 participants at 12.5 kHz, 14 kHz and 16 kHz. Followed by this, we have done a digital noise test where it measures the speech recognition ability of the individual. For each presentation, 3 digits were randomly present at 65 dB SPL. Results, all the 30 participants were having extended high frequency hearing loss at least in one of the tested frequencies, either in one or both the ears. The bar chart in the slide shows young adolescents were affected, 7 out of 15 were affected, which is the 46%. And 13 adults out of 15 were affected, which is of 95%. So we have done a statistical analysis results with a Fischer extract and a Wilson-Brown test. We got a 0.02 as a level of the significance, which shows a significant difference between both the groups. In conclusion, poor digital noise with extended high frequency hearing loss with normal conventional audiogram, and the literature named this condition as obscure auditory dysfunction. And it shows a positive relationship between the age, extended high frequency loss and normal audiogram, and also speech recognition abilities in presence of background noise. This demands a mandatory inclusion of extended high frequency test and digital noise test, which helps in early detection and rehabilitation. So these are the references for my presentation. This brings me to the end of my presentation. I would like to thank each and every one of you and my guide, Mr. Jishchak. Thank you.
Don't say your guide, Jishchak, because Jishchak is sitting in the chair now. So he will do partiality. So the last presentation of today's. Okay, so it's development and standardization of short version of speech spatial and qualities in Hindi, SSQ 12 Hindi. When we use SSQ, with which cases? Anybody can say where we use SSQ, for which cases? Very frequently we use now SSQ, where? Cochlear implant. In cases of cochlear implant, isn't it? We use this SSQ very oftenly, very oftenly. Okay.
Good evening.
Tell your name.
Good evening to all. My name is Archisman Swadarsan. The presentation is development and standardization of a short version of speech, spatial and qualities in Hindi. So the speech, spatial and qualities of hearing scale was developed by Nobel and Gatehouse. So we generally use pure tone audiometry to estimate of the hearing threshold, but we cannot estimate about the qualities, spatial and the speech understanding of the people, of the hearing impaired person. So we need, there are so many of the questionnaires available to assess, but mostly use it speech, spatial and qualities. But the limitation of the speech, spatial and qualities of questionnaire is that it's a lengthy, containing 50 number of questions and time taking. So, and it's not developed in any Indian languages. So this is the need to develop in any Indian languages and in a short version. So this self-report inventory, which has been used extensively to assess the perceptual difficulties of the older and younger adults with hearing loss. SSQ questionnaire is comprised of 3 subscales. One is speech, which contains 14 questions, and the second is from spatial, which contains 17 questions, and the third contains 19 questions. The speech subscale assists about the spatial aspect of the listening, and the second subscale of SSQ term spatial analyze the individual's ability to determine the measure domain that are direction, distance, and movement, which give clues about whether object or people are approaching towards the listener or going far away. The quality subscale used to evaluate attention for listening effort, speech intelligibility, etc. So the aim and objective of the study was to translate the English version of SSQ into Hindi by following an accepted protocol and obtain the most impacting question which will be considered in this short SSQ. The second objective of the study was to establish the translated version of SSQ in elderly adults with mild hearing loss. So in this methodology, we took 61 participants having 34 males, age range within 59 to 78 years, mean age of 65.34 years. So in this procedure, first original SSQ was translated into Hindi. We used back translated method. Then the Hindi version was again translated into the English. So the both English was correlated by linguistic, and each sentences are given rating scale of 0 to 4. So 4 means it's good translated, and 0 or 1 means it's poorly translated. So which sentence which get poor translated score, this again retranslated into Hindi and also English. So after that, PT and thermometer was carried out on the patient, and SSQ Hindi was administered on patients. Data analysis was carried out using SPSS 24%. So this is the scoring system of SSQ, with 0 means the patient has not problem, and 10 means 10 means patient is perfect, and the 0 means not able to do. So the result and discussion: pure tone odometry in the mean value of 35.75 decibel, and SSQ Hindi is mean value of 6.72, and SSQ 12 Hindi mean value of 7.23. So this is the descriptive statistic and test. We use mean. This is the mean value of different speech, spatial, and qualities, and Kurotis values, Kunis Kurotis value. And in the Kolmogropher and Shapiro-Wilkes value shows this is the normally distributed, and the Provence alpha, which is nearly 1 value, which suggests it is the reliability of the test. So finding Keisher-Meyer-Solkin test also we use to find out the sampling size, and it's provide a greater sampling size. Confirmatory factor analysis revealed the speech subset of the translated SSQ. First question could explain 91%, 2% of variance in this score, while the 7th question explains 71.4% of the variance in this score. The 15th question and the fourth question of spatial subset, and in the quality subset, the 11th question explained 86.4% of variance, and the 6th question explains 64.6% of variance in quality section. So in this the finding, we find out 11 components which are greater than 1 eigenvalue. So we counted that these 11 components have the maximum impact from the 50 variables of the questionnaires. So we used all these 11 questions as our short version, and in our study there were no hearing aid users. So we added quality section of 15 question of quality section to this questionnaire is containing 12 questions. So it is the development of SSQ 12. In this study, Hindi version of SSQ inventory was translated, and a short version was established. These questionnaires will be useful in understanding the communicative needs of people with hearing loss who are speaking Hindi. By assessing the score on the inventory, pre and post rehabilitation, benefit of oral rehabilitation can also be assessed. So basically, in the hearing aid before the hearing aid selection, we use this and we compare the benefit of the hearing aid and also in cochlear implant. These are the differences.
Thank you very much. It's well finished.
Subscribe to our channel, click the bell icon and select all.